Welcome to English Listening Practice. In this video, you'll hear a story about Ben and an old letter in a little bookshop. Listen slowly and try to relax. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just enjoy the story. Ben opened the door of his little bookshop at 9 o'clock. The small bell over the door rang softly. The shop had belonged to his grandfather. Now it belonged to Ben. Inside, it smelled of old paper and wood. Ben loved that smell more than anything. Bookshelves stood from the floor to the ceiling. A tall wooden ladder leaned against them. Morning light came through the old window. Golden dust danced slowly in the light. On the desk stood a small photo of his grandfather. Ben smiled at it, like every morning. "Good morning, Grandpa," he said quietly. He turned on the lamps and made a cup of tea. The first customer came at 9:30. An old man looking for a garden book. A student came next, and then a young mother. The bell rang, soft and friendly, again and again. Between customers, Ben repaired old books. He glued pages and fixed broken covers. It was slow, careful, quiet work. Outside, the street was warm and busy. But inside the shop, time moved slowly. And Ben liked it that way. In the afternoon, a woman came in with a heavy box. "These books were my aunt's," she said. "She is moving to a smaller home. Can you look at them?" "Of course," Ben said. He carried the box to his desk. The books were old, but beautiful. Novels, cookbooks, and a small green atlas. At the bottom of the box lay a blue book of poems. Its cover was soft and worn. Someone had read this book many, many times. Ben opened it carefully. Between the pages, he found an envelope. It was thin, yellow, and closed. On the front stood one name, Margaret. Ben turned the envelope in his hands. The date on the stamp was 50 years old. A letter lost for 50 years. His heart beat a little faster. Should he open it? He thought for a long moment. Then he opened the envelope very carefully. The paper inside was thin as a leaf. The handwriting was small and neat. "Dear Margaret," the letter began. "Tomorrow I leave for my work on the ship. I will be away for 1 year. It is a long time, I know. But please, wait for me. When I come back, meet me under the old station clock. I will be there on the 1st day of June. You are my home, Margaret. Yours always, Thomas." Ben read the letter twice. The shop was very quiet. Only the old clock on the wall ticked softly. Who was Margaret? And who was Thomas? Did they ever meet under the clock? Ben looked at the blue book of poems. The letter had waited 50 years inside it. Maybe Margaret never read it. "I have to find her," Ben said to himself. The little bookshop suddenly felt like the start of an adventure. The next morning, Ben called the woman with the box. "The books came from Rose Street," she said. "From the White House with the green door. My Aunt Margaret lived there for many years." Margaret, the name from the envelope. Ben closed the shop early that day. He put the letter safely in his jacket. Rose Street was on the other side of the town. He walked through the park and over the little bridge. Children played by the fountain. The white house with the green door was quiet. "Margaret moved last month," a neighbour said. "She lives near the rose garden now, by the park. The small blue house with all the flowers." Ben thanked him and walked on. His heart was beating fast again. The small blue house was easy to find. Flowers grew everywhere in the little garden. An old woman sat on a bench in the sun. Her hair was white as snow. "Excuse me," Ben said softly. "Are you Margaret?" "Yes," she smiled. "Can I help you?" Ben took out the old envelope. "I found this in one of your books," he said. "I think it belongs to you." Margaret looked at the envelope. Her hands began to tremble a little. "That is Thomas's handwriting," she whispered. She opened the letter very slowly. She read it without a word. Then she laughed and cried at the same time. "I never got this letter," she said. "It came when I was away at my sister's home, and my father put it in a book and forgot it. But the story has a happy end," she smiled. "Thomas came back on the first day of June. He waited under the station clock for 6 hours. And in the evening, he simply came to my house. He said, 'Margaret, did you not get my letter?' We laughed so much that day. We were married for 45 years. Margaret held the letter against her heart. "Now his words have finally arrived," she said. 50 years late, but right on time." Margaret invited Ben into her small kitchen. She made tea and brought lemon cake. She showed him old photos of Thomas, a young man with kind eyes and a sailor's cap. They looked happy in every picture. Margaret told stories all afternoon about the ship, the sea, and the old station clock. Ben listened like a little boy. When he left, Margaret gave him a book. It was the Blue Book of Poems. "Thomas read it to me every winter," she said. "Now it should live in your bookshop. Give it to someone who needs a good story." Ben walked home through the golden evening. The letter and the book felt warm in his bag. The next morning, he put the blue book in the window. "Not for sale," said a little card, "but ask me about it." Many people asked about it, and Ben told the story, again and again. The story of a letter that waited 50 years. Customers smiled, and some had tears in their eyes. Margaret visited the shop every Friday after that. She always sat in the old green chair. It was a simple week. No big news, no big surprises. Just books, tea, and one old letter. But Ben felt rich, like he had won a prize. Every book keeps a story, his grandfather always said. Now Ben knew. Some books keep two. Sometimes the past sends us a little gift. Ben smiled at his grandfather's photo and turned off the light. And that's the end of our story. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this story, watch it one more time. You will understand even more the second time. Subscribe for new stories and keep practicing every day. See you in the next episode. Take care.